Welcome. In this video, we are going to talk about the mouth, muzzle in the mouth area there. Working now on the head and the face, adding muscles, tendons, making sure our bone structures are adequately portrayed so that our face looks like we want it to. So I'm going to go ahead and dial down to start with to a lower brush scale. And I'm going to come in here, turn on polyframe, and take a close look at my edge loops. Now, in this case, you can see that my edge loop is stretched up in the center there and comes down on the sides. Still around my mouth, which is the important thing. It's going to also come into it's going to be very helpful in the construction of the lip line, which I want to make very clear on this model. To get a nice bead of light popping on here across that surface, that feature rather, for the lip. Alright, get a good angle on this guy, good scale. I'm going to come right in. I'm going to turn the polyframe off now so I can see what I'm working with. And the first thing that I do is define the general shapes of the lip. It's kind of like defining the bony landmarks of the body. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and get the standard brush or the clay buildup, and I'm going to come right in here and begin to sort of flesh out rather these different areas. Now there are three main fleshy points of the upper lip that we can focus on. The one right in the center and the two on the sides. We go ahead and flesh those out a little bit. You can start to see the shape of the lip. I'm also going to do the same for the lower lip, speaking generally with two primary shapes. And just go ahead and pull the shape out. Even though it's going to be a little overblown, again, we can go ahead and fix that later. So just getting those fleshy areas identified and the volumes cranked up a little bit. Alright, that done, we're going to come back to the dam standard and draw some of the feature, the line, for example, on the lip. And you can do that in two ways. The first is allowing the dam standard to work as designed and cutting in some of the shapes of the lip. And that's too deep for that. But what I'm going to do now is use the Alt key and actually allow it to come out as well. Now I'm going to take that in a very low intensity and maybe a little bit larger brush and come down here with it so that I can see that I'm going to get a nice lip line here. Now, you don't want to take this all the way to the corner. That's not how lips actually look. You just take it up a little bit further and then smooth it out a little bit so it's a nice soft transition there. Same with the upper lip. You could go ahead and use the dam standard and just give yourself a nice solid lip line here. It's a little too curvy, but we can certainly use the initial pass here and then come back in and shape that up with our move tool. Naturally, the dam standard is going to follow along with the edge loops and honor those. Now, you can also go ahead and begin shaping the area of some of the other lip features here. I don't normally use the dam standard. I'm just trying it in this case and then smoothing it back a little bit for a nice pronounced look. What I'm looking for is again that light line, the line of the light shining across that feature. And you can see it in two directions, allowing that lip to look nice and round, course, we have yet to see if that's actually true by going to another view, but I think we have enough here to go ahead and begin to shape up. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the Move tool, and I'm going to pull this up and over, making it look just a little bit more natural. I don't want to get too fleshy or pointy for a male. It's not the type of character that I'm going for here. So making sure that I've got some lip to work with. Also down here, I don't want that too fleshy, not this character. He's going to have a pretty narrow lip to start. So I'm going to go ahead and rotate that a little bit and continue to shape that up in this direction as well. Pull that out from underneath. A nice fleshy area that I need it to be. Okay. Nice round lower lip there. Okay, and you may need to go back and do your indications several times. Iterative process here, making sure that you're getting what you want. Now, if you study the muscles around the lips, note that you've got some large muscles that come up here as well, and you got an undercut here normally. So you want to make sure that you're looking at the muscles around the lips also. So it will come into play in making sure that your lips look natural. Okay, you can see I pulled that area out a little bit. Dial it down and push this area in just a little bit. And make sure I'm smoothing along the way. This upper lip doesn't have the look that I'm after yet, so I'm going to just keep working with it. Okay, stepping down to scale when I need to, smoothing back when I need to, and keep going after that. Now, as I work forward, I want to pay attention to how the light is interacting with the shapes around it as well. All right, notice that this area appears to be protruding quite largely, but it's cut off right here, and really that area should extend to this area right above the nose, so be really aware of that. I'm going to come in and using my standard brush in low intensity, I'm just going to push this area in a little bit, reshape that how I want it. Okay, and I'm going to fill this area up a little bit, make it a little bit more full. And this is going in the direction I want it to go now. Alt key, slim that area down. I want this nice and full down here. I do want that pinched a little bit more than it is. Use your reference. Very important. Alright, I'm going to take a swipe at this to change the direction of this light a little bit. Okay. Keep rotating around. Just make sure that you're getting what you want out of it. Turn off the floor. Alright. Now that I've got some shape, I'm going to go ahead and put this back where I think it needs to go. Grabbing my move. Okay. And continue to work on that. Notice I keep going back to my 3/4 view. That gives me a lot of information, especially when it comes to the face. Use that so you know you're getting what you want out of it. Alright, now that I got a general shape and volume here, it's looking a little bit more how I want it to look. Now I'm going to correct some of the bone structure here to really accentuate the chin more. Okay, pull up a little bit on my lower lip here and down on my upper lip. Just keep working those together a little bit more. Here's where you actually want just a little bit of a pinch. I should not say pinch, I should say corner. Okay. You can flush that out, that lip out just a little bit more by pulling from the inside out. There we go. That's more the silhouette I'm looking for. Alright, back off from it. Make sure it's going in the direction that you want it to go. It's getting there. Now I'm going to go back after the there we go. Alright, now get that really nice lip line in there. Once you've got all the shape that you're looking for, I think this will be a fine first pass. I'm dialing up my LOD to that top LOD again, which really slows down my computer, so I'm trying to stay off of it. Oops. Okay. Zooming way in on the lip there. Come on. Alright, now damp standard brush. Just like I did before, I'm going to continue to work that line. I think I've got plenty of line here. Just want to further accentuate what's going on up here. So what I'm going to do is, not that severe. Sometimes you don't have to do it with the damp standard. It's a bit of a corner. You can go and do that with the standard brush, nice small brush. But what we're looking for is light across the tip. Do you see that? Just pull that light right up there. Now you can get under that lip line and accentuate that by just giving a little bit of a shadow. See how heavy that's becoming now? That's what you want. Just grab the light. Alright, same here. You got a lip line. Now what you want to do is go ahead and just a little bit right on the side of the lip. Smooth that out a little bit, and now you have a nice qualifying shape for your lip. Alright, smooth this line as well. Okay. Alright, now still some shaping to do, of course, but this will be a good first pass for the lip shape that I'm looking for this character. We're going to go ahead and take a look at the profile now. Not really happy with it yet. I'm going to compare it to my image planes, noticing that some of the features are way out front, and I might not have to get that exaggerated for this character to get what I want out of him. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and nudge these features back a little bit. I should put it in the lower LOD to start with. Let's go ahead down to 7. Okay. And I'm just going to start nudging. Oops, these are standard brush. That's why it's not going anywhere. Alright. Move brush, nice big, nice intensity. And pulling that back where it needs to be here. I want more nose. Okay. More nose. Maybe not quite as long. Okay, let's check it out. It's getting there. To relax those lips a little bit more. All right. All right, you sit on that for a little bit and look at it. Ponder where I need to go with that. My eyes are sitting a little high, so I need to check that. Let's go ahead and spin that around. See where those eyes are. Just a little high. Go ahead and pull those down a little bit. And of course we want to get our eyeballs in there before we start shaping anything up here. But right there, just the little adjustments that just made are a lot more comfortable now. Alright, so go ahead and save your work, and please come back and join me for the next video where we will start to detail our eyes. Thank you for joining me.